Hi there, Amazon Associates. I'm your host for today. I'm Kelly from CompTIA, and today we're talking about soft skills that you'll need to succeed in the IT world. Today we're joined by one of our employer partners. Joe, would you like to reintroduce yourself to our audience?
Sure. My name is Joe Goldberg. I'm the Cloud Practice Manager at CCSI. We're a managed service provider.
Excellent. Thanks for making the time today. We appreciate it.
It's my pleasure.
So certainly in your role, you've seen a ton of professionals come and go. And we talk a ton as well about what soft skills people need to succeed in the industry. So let's start at the top. What's the number one most important soft skill that an IT professional needs to bring to the table?
They need to be able to communicate, whether it's spoken communication or written communication. They need to communicate in a way that is going to get their point across to both technical and non-technical people. Sometimes you can really get into the weeds with someone, but if you're talking to like a chief financial officer, you probably want to keep it really high level.
Right. They probably don't know your acronyms and all the other things that you tested on for sure.
Exactly. And they'll tune out after they hear the first one.
Which is unfortunate because they usually control your budget. So you want to make sure that you're talking the same language.
Exactly.
So how can people display their communication skills?
A great way is when you're interviewing, how you're communicating with the interviewer. Just always be honest. If you don't know something, say you don't know it. I mean, in your job, you're going to come across a lot of situations where you just don't know, and you're going to have to say, you know what, I don't know. I'm going to have to get back to you. That's much better than trying to come up with an answer that might be incorrect.
And that humility and honesty speaks to character as well.
Yeah, and that's a really important trait in IT as well. You're really trusted with the keys to the kingdom. You have access to data and services that are, deep into the company's innards, and any sort of lack of character there could have serious implications both for you and for your company. So they're really trusting, who you are.
That's a good point. Our research does indicate that many of the breaches that we've seen in recent years, it's an inside job or it's simply human error. So that ability to adhere to confidentiality is critical these days.
Absolutely. In IT, you might have access to, hiring and firing information before it's public, or even financials before they're public, but you need to be able to maintain that secrecy.
For sure. You talked a little bit about the communication skills written in person, so on and so forth. I think that everybody puts on a bit of a mask when we go to work, but what can an introvert do if perhaps public speaking, that sort of large scale communication isn't their forte?
There are plenty of jobs in technology where people can basically sit at their desk all day, write code, send a few emails, and get information back through Slack or other channels. There are a lot of introverts that work in technology. There's a lot of different areas of the field for people that want to get up and speak in front of thousands of people, or people that never want to leave their desk, and kind of everything in between. As you start your career and you work your way through, you'll be presented with opportunities, and some you'll take, some you won't, and you kind of figure it out as you go.
I think that's one of the things that makes this program and this industry so attractive, is that there is a job for everyone in IT, regardless of your skill set, your interests, whatever it may be.
Absolutely. As long as you have the fundamental skills down to always fall back on, you can find a spot pretty much anywhere in the industry for pretty much every personality type.
For sure. So what else are you looking for that may not necessarily be a testable skill? Are there other X factors that make somebody more successful in this industry than others?
Um, a persistence, a tenacity. A lot of jobs within the industry tend to have highs and lows as far as busy. But there might be times where you're working, an 8-hour day. There might be times where you might have to work more than that because you're trying to push out a release of code or something broke or whatever. And employers and managers, they look to the people that stand out in those times. They want to see that you're really committed.
I think that would be something that makes anyone succeed in these fields. Certainly,
Yes,
as an Amazon associate, one has to be flexible and one has to apply themselves. So those skills already exist within you.
absolutely, absolutely. These are not skills that are unique to technology.
For sure. So if someone is trying to work on their soft skills, are there resources that you can recommend?
Yeah, you can just practice communicating with people, especially stuff that you're learning in the CompTIA classes. Try to communicate those concepts across to people that might not be technical and see if you can get the basics across to them so that they understand what you're saying. That's a great way to do it. And, just read, and then you'll see how other people are communicating things, and you can use those as well.
Excellent. Any other parting words, bits of advice that you'd like to contribute before you sign off today?
Just always keep learning. That's the key to the industry. Just always keep learning.
Absolutely. And if you want to keep learning, if you need more resources, if you want to connect with employers like Joe, make sure you go and visit our forum that we built specifically for Amazon associates to help support you through this journey. Check out the other videos in this playlist. We have lots of great tips, insider knowledge, and insights from employers just like Joe. So until the next time, thanks for tuning in. Have a good one, everybody.